Hey, what up, YouTubers? I got another project here. I haven't seen much support on how to take care of this, and you know me, there's so many different random things I've posted and situations that I've been into that that if it helps anybody out there, then I feel good about that. So this one here is kind of different. I'm working on this Dainese leather jacket. It has these shoulder plates, and I have this other jacket here. This is my Dainese Magello. This is Dainese Race 3 jacket. You could see here the problem I'm having is I couldn't get the screw in. It would not go in all the way, so the plate was loose. Couldn't find any real support or channels explaining how to repair it in enough detail to where I was happy with it, and especially the Allen wrench size and stuff I knew I would need, because I tell you that little Allen screw was so tiny. My whole arsenal of Allen wrenches, because I have a whole bunch of tools, none of them would fit in there, and I started getting close to stripping it out using a eyeglass repair screwdriver. So I said, screw it. So the smallest I think I had was a 1/16 Allen, still too big for that hole. And then when I converted at 1/16 to millimeters, they came to like 1.5335 or whatever. So I thought, okay, that's got to be a 1.5 or maybe a 1 point something less than 1.5. The closest thing I found was this little kit right here on Amazon. Got it in one day. This came the next day. It was like $6. And basically it's this little micro Allen set. And it has 2 millimeter, 1.5, 1.3, 0.9, and 0.7. Okay, what size these Allen holes or Allen screws are is a 1.3. It's the exact size on for the older style shoulder plate and the newer shoulder plate. It's not a Torque. It's not a Torque. It's an Allen. Okay, and it's a 1.3 millimeter. That's a funky size, huh? But that's what it is. And so this little kit here, which is about the size of a quarter, was like $6 on Amazon, and it came the next day, and that's what the kit I bought. Or you could just buy the one, but good luck trying to get one. You'll probably pay like $3 for one. Well, why not have all of these, you know? So who knows, it might change. They might change it to 1.5 next time, who knows. So so here's what I had to do. Okay, so when I was turning it, it just would not go in tight. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? You know, and then so then I kept I couldn't even take the screw out. So the plate was just loose in the front. And then what I eventually found was, which I think you're all going to be like, oh, wow. I mean, I'm using a headlamp because I want to just be able to show you this. So I'm taking the jacket off. I'm letting you see the inside. And if you look right, it's going to be hard to show you, but let me see if I can do this, because this is going to be something you're going to want to see. Let's see here. Okay, so right, let's see if I can get that in there. Well, maybe my headlamp's just going to make it worse. Okay, right in there. Let's see here. Where am I? Okay, right here is a little, yeah, see it? See a little brass square? That's a brass square, like subplate with a threaded hole all the way through it, kind of like a nut. It's basically a flat nut. Okay, and that's what's holding to the back of this. So as I was tightening or loosening the screw, that was spinning with it. It was just turning around. So then I realized, okay, so I gotta secure that while I'm unscrewing it, and that's what I had to do. Luckily, it wasn't too difficult. I was able to get my fingernails in there and hold it in place while I unscrewed it out, and then it came out fine. And then when I used one of the smaller screwdrivers to kind of clean out the area a little bit. Peel it back maybe 1/4 of an inch, clean it out. Then the best way to ever put a screw in is to apply a little pressure as you're going in and go backwards, counterclockwise, till you hear a click. That means now you know it's ready to go clockwise into the screw hole. So I turn it. Few turns I didn't hear it, or it was hard to hear. By the 3rd or 4th turn, I can hear a click, or you could just feel it move like it's jumping into the slot. Then I went ahead and I guess I could turn this off now. So then I went ahead and started it going, and then I noticed, okay, now I got to hold this again, because I took it all the way out because I wanted to make sure it wasn't cross-threaded. And what that means is you got it at the wrong angle and you started screwing it in, and then it started messing up the threads and you couldn't get it in, period. And then if you keep trying to force it in there, it's going to make it worse. So then I had to actually hold that little screw, or that little nut, flat nut back there. And if you couldn't hold it with your fingers, you could probably apply some needle nose pliers and grab it just right. But you can see it's going to be awkward. You got to hold that from underneath and get that Allen screw in there. Anytime you screw in with an Allen, especially this small, always want to have forward pressure and make sure it's dug in there all the way, because they just strip so easily. But that got it in there, and it's perfect now. So now that's sealed all the way around. But hopefully this will help somebody out there that have a similar problem. Oh, and you know what? Just in case, let's say you couldn't find the nut back there, the flat nut. You notice it's on the other two, then that nut may have popped off and it's somewhere inside the jacket, and you could probably feel around for it, or maybe use a magnet to get it. Because I read some review saying that the nuts were missing, and I was like, okay, it must have popped off and fell down somewhere. So hopefully that'll help you out.